Hi everyone, it is May of 2024. I am back with my friend and co-host Avi, and in this episode, we're going to be going back to Deadpool 2016 because in July, our birthday month, they're finally coming out with the third Deadpool movie, Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine. So let's get right into this. Deadpool 2016. Welcome back, Avi, onto the movie discussion podcast. What are your opening initial thoughts to Deadpool 1?
You would have thought that Ryan Reynolds already played a Deadpool before. That's the X-Men origin. But even though the X-Men origin is not very great, but even for his part is that it wasn't right for him. So that way, Ryan Reynolds about to actually start his career like in the 2000s. But for this decade, 2010, it's his beginning. He wants, just like Chris Hemsworth wants to do something comedic about like for his role.
Hemsworth, you said?
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth, Thor, about...
Oh, the Thor got more comedic, yeah. Speaking of Origins, 2009, that's a good starting point. They did have Ryan Reynolds in that, but his whole mouth was closed up.
Because they wanted to keep it always be like a smarty mouth.
Right, well they wanted to make it that he couldn't speak in the mouth and that ruined the character. So thankfully, in 2016, he got to make what Deadpool is supposed to...
Like a reboot, so they can start over.
Yeah, start over.
Why is a smart mouth? Because he's very foul mouth.
Right, exactly. Have a foul mouth in how he speaks and how he looked better. He looked better with the costume, and you're right, how he speaks. And the first thing I want to say about the first...
And the makeup.
And the makeup.
About it is very grotesque. They thought they could save him about to prevent cancer, but then it's something that's reverse.
Yeah. Now, the first thing I want to say that stands out to me in this movie is I thought they had a weak main villain. The guy, wherever he's from, whoever they chose to be the main villain, I thought was kind of weak for a choice as far as villains are concerned. But I think a positive of the movie that when this first came out is I really like the relationship he has with that Brazilian actress who plays his love interest. Yeah.
The actress from the Firefly.
Yeah, Firefly, and I know her mostly from the Gotham, the big screen at Gotham show.
And also with the early season of Homeland.
Oh, all that stuff. Okay, Firefly and Homeland, nice. Yeah, great. I thought, I'm really pleased that she is returning for the third movie.
Yeah, you ever heard that this character for the third movie, this could be like all of a sudden this could be like a breakup situation.
That's what I heard might be happening with their characters. If that's the case, that should be interesting to see what they do with all that. It's unfortunate because I really like their relationship in the first two movies.
Yeah. Even also what I like about this support to Deadpool, like the one who's like a dirty guy with the glasses. Remember that his friend about he thought he looks like a Freddy Krueger type of.
Yeah, that guy. I think the guy you were talking about was in that 2010 movie with Jay Baruchel. She's out of my league or something. That guy's other. That guy I think you're talking about.
His first movie was in Cloverfield. The one who holds a digital camera. The rest of the film.
What's the name? Real quick? What's the name of the actor's name?
I heard about it. Let me find something.
Just so we know we're talking about the same person.
T.J. Miller.
Yes, that's the same guy that was in that Jay Baruchel movie, She's Out of My League, and the stuff you said he was also in. Yeah, apparently he came back for the second movie, Deadpool 2, but will not be returning for Deadpool 3.
I don't know what becomes the fate of him about the.
I'm not sure what he's up to. Just that I last saw him in Deadpool 2. There was some sort of conflict where he got into trouble for some sort of thing. I don't know exactly what the whole story is, but yeah, now I know who you're talking about.
Other T.J. Miller's, and he's also voice acting in that Disney Big Hero 6, another superhero movie.
Oh, when did that one come out?
Like around 2014.
Oh, okay.
And he also is in Steven Spielberg about Ready Player One.
Okay. Ready Player One he was in? Okay.
He's a bounty hunter type.
Oh, nice.
The IROC.
Okay, all right. Like you said, he's the mouth, the way he speaks. He'll just say a bunch of funny stuff as Ryan Reynolds, and I like how he puts all the humor into it. And
he talks all the 80s culture.
Yeah, and all the 80s cultural things. Since you mentioned the 80s cultural thing, let's just flip real quick. I'm sorry, who's ever watching this probably has already seen this, so it's not like a spoiler. But in the end credit at the end of the first movie, he does
parody about the end credit It's a post-credit scene of Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, exactly. What are you still doing watching here? But then I also like during that same credit, he's like, "Hey, in the sequel, we're gonna have Cable, the Cable villain." Now I thought Cable was a more engaging villain for him in the second movie than whoever that bland guy was in the first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blind guy about that. And so also about about the way he was almost so close to the kill of the one Ajax was the one that did his face, but then Colossus interfered about with the super sonic. But then he does when the villains got away, he does like something like something is losing his control.
Yeah, Colossus was an interesting character they had in these movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Even as he just spoke Russian because Colossus did appear in the previous X-Men movies. Even his first appearance of the power in the X-Men 2.
Okay, I enjoyed X-Men 2. My favorite, I enjoyed X-Men 2 and X-Men First Class.
Yeah, his First Class of the.
Yeah, First Class was pretty good. Now you were talking off mic. You were talking.
Logan.
Oh,
Logan. That's also the best one.
That was also well done. Now you were talking about off mic. You were talking about the Star Wars Mandalorian stuff. In Deadpool 1, wasn't there that one woman that was in part of the Star Wars? They wanted to fire her. I forget what's her name. She was in the parts of Deadpool 1. Her name starts with a G or something. She was in one of the Star Wars projects, and she played like a bad person in the first Deadpool movie. You'd have to look up the name to see who I'm talking about, but yeah.
It starts with a J, yeah?
She was in Star Wars. She used to be in one of the Star Wars projects, and I think she knows mixed martial arts or something.
Gina Carano.
Yeah, that's the name, yeah.
Oh, gee, about Eva, not in this film, but she stars in the Mandalorian series.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, Mandalorian. That's what it was.
She wrote something on Twitter.
Yeah.
When she wrote something on Twitter that caused she's facing cancel culture.
Right. I don't like when there's cancel culture nonsense, but yeah, exactly.
Just like it affected to Kevin Spacey, also because he's facing cancel culture, but they.
Yeah.
Like a next McCarthyism.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I don't like cancel culture and all that nonsense. But that's a whole other story. So yeah, she was in one of the bad guys towards the end. Let's see, what else? What else do you think the audience should know about the first Deadpool?
And that Stan Lee makes appearance.
Where was the appearance at again?
He plays as a strip club.
Oh, yeah, that was part of it, yeah.
Because even though even this movie about Deadpool has become the highest grossing for the big R-rated superhero. Because there's other Marvel films that had their big R-rated movies, like Blade and there's also The Punisher.
Right, yeah, exactly. I'm actually surprised that supposedly the third movie, even though it's by Disney, it's still supposed to be rated R, this third movie. So that should be interesting.
For the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Speaking of, with the Marvel, some of them have the few R-rated ones. Speaking of R-rated movies real quick, last month in April, apparently there's going to be, I don't know if this is really going to happen or not, but if it does, it's going to be really cool. An R-rated live-action Ninja Turtles Last Ronin movie. I read
that too about they're going to do another attempt to do a live action of the Ninja Turtles, but now it's going to be R-rated.
Yes.
No family-friendly things.
Right.
It'd be so close related to the original comic book that it's based on.
Yes. Now, after I heard that news in April, I did a recent video on it. The video is no longer on my YouTube channel page, but if people want to see it, my thoughts on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles project that we were talking about can be found on my Rumble page. Now, this Deadpool movie discussion will also be on forever on Rumble, and we'll see how it does on YouTube. But Deadpool, I like his costume. I like the humor. We didn't talk about the action yet. I think they really do well on the action sequences on these movies.
Like on the bridge.
The bridge and everything. Great action.
It takes out all the henchmen in the vehicle.
Yeah.
He sniffs the guns, he sniffs the smoke of the gun barrel. It's very too excessive.
Right. No, that was well done. How you're talking about that part. Yeah, for sure.
In the comics, Negasonic Teenage Warhead is actually a telepath and precognitive mutant. Her abilities were changed for the film due to the fact that the writer thought that by having explosive powers, it would fit more with her name, because that way every movie needs more explosive than big budgets.
Right.
But mainly the old Michael Bay stuff.
Oh yeah.
Michael Bay explosion type.
Yeah, he did not come back to direct Bad Boys 4. I think Bad Boys 4 is being directed by the same people from the third one.
Because even except for the third one, he did make an appearance in the third one.
Yeah, he makes an appearance in the third one, but doesn't direct it. Just a cameo appearance. Yeah. So if anybody likes the Bad Boy franchise, we'll be covering that after we're done the two Deadpools.
Yes. Do you know Michael Bay directed Ryan Reynolds only a Netflix movie about the?
Yeah, there was a Netflix movie that he directed on him. Yeah, I forget what it's like, Underground something or something of that nature.
Underground something. It's
Yeah.
Underground type.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna be. I'm talking about Michael Bay with those first two Bad Boys in a bit, but yeah. So what else do you think the audience should know about Deadpool? I think you said you were saying some trivia at this point.
Right. Even like about this, Ryan Reynolds describes Deadpool's breaking the fourfold ability as a reflection of current times. I think Deadpool's coming along at the right time because it's speaking into that generation that has seen all these comic book films and enjoyed them all. It's speaking to them as though the guy in that red suit is one of them. It's like watching a DVD commentary by someone who got some pop culture savvy and is kind of funny and a little obnoxious and saying the things that you wouldn't say.
Okay, that's interesting because this all was still being worked on during the writer's strike last year. So it's interesting to see how much the director and Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman got to put into this after dealing with the whole writer's strike as far as like improv lines and stuff.
Right. And Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld has been open about the fact that he took the name for the character from the final Dirty Harry movie, the Deadpool.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. You did mention that about Dirty Harry, yeah.
Yeah, because even the Deadpool is besides the last Clint Eastwood to play Dirty Harry in the franchise in 1988. Also, who's in the Deadpool is Jim Carrey's earliest dramatic role, and Liam Neeson is in it.
Which thing are you talking about now with Liam Neeson and Jim Carrey?
In the Deadpool, the final Dirty Harry.
Oh, they're both in that?
They're both in that.
Okay.
Jim Carrey plays a victim of the crime.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. All right.
And Liam Neeson plays some kind of music video director type.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So, and then Liam Neeson's supposed to be in next year's Naked Gun reboot?
And that's where Liam Neeson's going to be in it.
That should be interesting. We'll see what happens with that.
There's going to be a running gag involving Wade and the other barber trust betting money on how Amy Winehouse would die. This was cut because Winehouse actually did die sometime after the script was written, making the joke both irrelevant and, of course, insensitive.
So she had passed away a little bit after that. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that was like 5 years after this she's died.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking about musicians that died, in 2025, they're coming out with a Michael Jackson thing, too, as well.
Yeah, because even though you don't know about Michael Jackson, and you know his personal life besides changing to his white skin, and personal life, what's also got his downfall, but before he wants to come back, he was secretly a sexual abuse to the kid.
That's what they say he did, yeah.
Like he has his own private fairground.
Right, who knows, right. So, yeah, that makes sense why they cut out the Amy Winehouse part.
Right. And also, after being captured by Colossus on the bridge, Deadpool is told he's being taken to Professor in reference to the leader of the X-Men, Charles Professor X Xavier. Deadpool responds, McAvoy or Stewart, as a James McAvoy or McAvoy or James Patrick Stewart. Both of them have portrayed Professor X in previous movies, including simultaneously in X-Men Days of Future Past, because now they both have a crossover.
Right.
The future self meets the past
selves. Right, that was a funny line for him, the way he delivered that line about what you're talking about, yeah.
It's almost like you see a glimpse about in the office about
right.
You see Charles Xavier had a private meeting.
Yeah, and they must have really liked him in that part, because then they bring him back for that part in 2022's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse.
In the Madness Multiverse.
Right.
The multiverse storyline.
Yeah, they must really like him if they brought him back for that one.
Also, I heard about besides we saw in Multiverse, they have what's the name of the actor John Krasinski plays Mr. Fantastic.
I saw that. I didn't see the movie theatrically, but when it was playing on one of my cable stations the other day, and I'm like, they actually are showing the guy you're talking about in the one scene with Xavier. I'm like, oh, that guy from Office is actually in it? Okay.
also John Krasinski also becomes a director.
Right, a director with what, like A Quiet Place, and now they're like doing like a quiet.
Recently, John Krasinski will direct Ryan Reynolds in the movie If.
Oh yeah, and this If
Young
movie coming out.
Imaginary
Yeah.
Friend.
Man, Ryan Reynolds, man, he's got a lot of work. He's always booked to have some kind of work project.
Like something versatile. Even he stars in Sandra Bullock movie The Proposal.
Right, that's another project as well. Yeah, I could easily see him playing Deadpool for many, many more years.
Yeah, and also recently he stars in that reality show on FX called Welcome to Wrexham.
Okay, that's another project there.
It's a part about he plays a soccer owner in Wales, along with the other actor who plays It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, like I was saying before when we got started, is in that Wolverine Origins thing that was pretty bad, and they closed up his mouth. At least he got to reboot and redeem his character from that awful movie.
Yeah, he even says about make sure he also very ironically like something like very existentialism. He says make sure it's not green.
Right, for Green Lantern, right? Make sure it's not green, right.
His concept is very computer animation instead of like standard suits.
Right, exactly. I like how he delivers those type of lines. Yeah, for sure. Any other? No, I was gonna say any other neat lines from the first movie, Deadpool, 2016.
Despite the R rating, Ryan Reynolds had entertained children sick with cancer while shooting this film and put some of them in small roles in the film.
Okay, yeah, that's nice.
Characters also diagnosed with cancer.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and recently I heard about they're reviving the X-Men the animated series on Disney Plus. It's called X-Men 97.
I heard about that. They're doing something called an X-Men 97. Yeah.
It shows about what happens after the series got canceled, where it's left off. But maybe someday, who knows about wherever else they can revive Spider-Man the animated series since the 90s.
Right. Well, wait. What about Spider-Man? I mean, I know there was X-Men. I know there was X-Men 97. I just don't know what you're saying about Spider-Man.
Because there used to be a show on, they call Fox Kids called Spider-Man the animated
series.
Series.
That too? Oh, okay, that's interesting. Well, here's what I gotta say real quick about X-Men. If Marvel and Disney are really bringing the X-Men back, they're gonna have not a lot of success if they woke it up. So don't woke these things up. Audience does not want to see all these woke movies. Don't woke it up. Catch up my woke videos. Don't woke it up song. That fantastic woke song. Back to Deadpool. Any other movie quote lines from Deadpool 1?
A fourth wall break inside a fourth wall break. That's like 16 walls.
16 walls of all breaks. Nice. That was good. That was great. Nice.
Right. Now I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the late 90s.
What Limp Bizkit did to music in the late 90s. Nice.
Right. Deadpool's Angel Dust. You're a lovely lady, but I'm saving myself for Francis. That's why I brought him. For Colossus, I prefer not to hit a woman, so please, Colossus charges an angel, rejects him and sends it flying. I mean, that's why I brought her. That points at Negasonic teenage boy who's busy on her phone. Oh no, finish your tweet. It's not. Just give us a second. Yeah, there you go. Hashtag it. Go get it, Tiger. Negasonic teenage boy attacks Angel Dust with a fire explosion. Oh, I so pity the dude who pressures her into prom sex. And he says, "Go get her, Tiger." That's the last line from Spider-Man 2, when Mary Jane now she realizes who Peter Parker is. Now he still accepts her. That's why she says, "Go get her, Tiger," when the crime needs help.
Okay, that's interesting. So, do you think Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst should come back with a Spider-Man 4?
You know, after we saw that, I don't think so. But after all, they sometimes they go separate ways. They prime their age. But even sometimes they bring back Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man No Way Home.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying because of like No Way Home and all. Do you think it would be nice for the audience one day to see a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi?
Well, Sam Raimi's still producing it.
Okay, because a lot of the audience wants to see an official Spider-Man 4 come back with Tobey Maguire.
Even hopefully when did they bring besides the multiverse? I read online they for a fan theory for multiverse online. They should have besides Tobey Maguire, they should have a crossover. He should have a crossover Eric Bana Hulk and Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider.
Okay. Well, supposedly this third Deadpool movie is supposed to have some kind of a multiverse type plot.
To meet with that if Logan's still alive, and now he finally wears the yellow costume.
Yeah, he's gonna wear the official yellow costume like from the comics, and I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about Wolverine because he is mentioned in the second movie, and then we find out it's going to actually appear in the third movie. And I guess they said it's supposed to be not related to the Logan timeline, that's separate from that or something.
Yeah, because now it looks like that Disney bought the 20th Century Fox.
Well, you know with the boughtness of Marvel and 20th Century Fox that he's going to give a lot of jokes about that whole studio thing as well.
Yeah, even if they wanted to make a reference about 20th Century Fox, all the pop great hits about like from Aliens or Star Wars or Home Alone. And,
yeah. I think they overdid all those Home Alones, but yeah, I know what you mean.
All right, and here's another quote
Sure.
To Colossus. Listen, the day I decided to become a crime-fighting shit swizzler who roams with a bunch of other little whiners at the Neverland mansion of some creepy old bald heaven skates looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Day, I'll send you a shiny happy ass a friend request.
Oh, YouTube's gonna bleep that and Rumble will allow it. Interesting. Nice.
Even liked about the one about where he lives is the one with the blind woman.
Oh no, yeah, she's coming back also. They brought her back for the second movie, and I think she's coming back for the third movie as well.
Well, she's almost like in the late 80s.
Yeah, they're still gonna bring her back though, but yeah.
You know, she was best remembered in the past role she's best remembered in the classic miniseries in the 70s called Roots.
Oh yeah, of course. I saw Roots in I saw Roots in middle school. Of course, yeah.
All right. Okay. Here's another quote. Colossus, Deadpool is about to shoot Ajax. Wait, 4 or 5 moments. I'm sorry, 4 or 5 moments. That's all it takes to be a hero. Everyone thinks it's a full-time job. Wake up a hero. Brush your teeth a hero. Go to work a hero. Not true. Over a lifetime, there are only 4 or 5 moments that really matters. The moments when you are offered a choice to make a sacrifice, conquer a flaw, save a friend, spare an enemy. In these moments, everything else falls away. The way the world sees us, the way Deadpool gets bored and shoots Ajax in the head, killing him. He vomits. Why? You're droning on.
Right, exactly, Colossus. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. Ajax. Ajax was the main villain of the first Deadpool movie. It's kind of like bland, not very memorable, but yeah, I know which scene you're talking about with Colossus there now.
They're fighting against his revenge.
Yeah.
Because that way, I thought it'd look like it's very similar, like about something besides Deadpool and Wolverine. How about Deadpool and the Punisher?
I'm not sure, but I read about for the Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. I think they might be bringing Punisher into that. I'm pretty sure they're going to try to bring back the one version of Daredevil.
Like the actor that Frank or something like.
Something maybe. I know they're trying to get Daredevil at least the one Daredevil into the Spider-Man 4 of Tom Holland. We'll see what happens with that.
I don't believe that even when you make Spider-Man to R-rated type with the Punisher involved.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I need to see that it's really rated R for this third movie. But yeah, this whole R-rated thing, it mixes things up when, like, most of them are PG-13.
Yeah. Or something, except if you watch the Daredevil, the Iron Fist, or Luke Cage.
Right.
They're like for a very something released for a mature audience.
Right. Well, I know when after Deadpool 2 came out, there was like an alternative PG-13 cut with Kevin Arnold with Fred Savage. That was like an alternative PG-13.
Yeah, because that's what they want to make fun about
Princess Bride. Yeah.
It's like something about what do you want to reach for? Really watching something if you want to watch extended cut type.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Supposedly the third Deadpool is supposed to be rated R. I'm gonna be interested to see how that works and all, but we'll see what happens. What else do you think the audience should know about Deadpool 1 from 2016?
Well, something I know about the Deadpool 1 about even for the first time about there's a lot like a sex scene about even it has something to do about it takes place during the holidays.
Yeah, I mean, I like their relationship. The Brazilian actress and him. You said her name. You said she was in like Firefly and some other Home something. I know her
And
from Gotham.
and she's also in the tried to reboot of the classic '80s show called V.
Oh, and also the V thing. Yeah, she's in like a bunch of whole different kind of stuff. She's very attractive, and I really like their relationship. In those first two movies.
That character that Maria Breckin about. She was actually a superhero. She has the superpowers, but she wants that the Hollywood wants to make it look very more a prostitute thing. Yeah?
Well, I mean, I don't know if the prostitute thing's gonna work out, but yeah, I mean, she's coming back for the third movie. But like you said, it sounds like they broke up, or they've had broken up, which we'll see how that works or doesn't work. But I really like their relationship in those first two movies, and she said she was like you said she was in like in a bunch of different projects. Very attractive actress.
On April Fool's Day, 2015. Ryan Reynolds posted on Twitter that the film would be rated PG-13, which prompted fan backlash as a Deadpool character often swears and commits acts of graphic violence. Later that day, Reynolds confirmed that it was a prank and the film would be R-rated.
Oh, was this an April Fool's joke?
April Fool's joke in 2015.
Okay, yeah. Then he confirmed it's actually going to be R-rated. But I would like to... I still haven't seen the official rating for the third movie yet, but that was from the first movie, okay.
There it is. In the Marvel comic books, Vanessa is a shape-shifting mutant that goes by all the alias of Copycat. She homers her comic book version when she mentions that she has played a lot of roles.
I heard that about her and her character, so I'm wondering if they're gonna try to make her that way in a comic book way, like that she was, since she's only been not that character that you're describing yet, but could be one day. Yeah.
And they also said Ryan Reynolds was already a huge fan of the character Deadpool long before this movie was considered by the studio. He read the comics for nearly a decade. He got his chance to play Wade Wilson in X-Men Origins Wolverine. He deeply dislikes the way that film portrayed him. He decided to produce and finance part of this film as both a way to satisfy his own desire to play his favorite comic book character and as an apology to other fans who were disappointed by the previous film.
Definitely what we were talking about earlier. So he redid it. He made it better than the mistake that it was, and now we have the Deadpool 2016 onwards, which the way we meant to be seen. Yes.
The producer Simon Kinberg stated in an interview that Olivia Munn auditioned for the role of Vanessa Carlisle. That audition resulted in Munn being cast as Psylocke in X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, okay, yeah. She's I think that's also another attractive actress.
Yeah. I heard sadly about she was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh, okay.
Olivia Munn.
Okay.
There's also, they said, Ryan Reynolds is the first actor to be nominated for a Golden Globe for playing a Marvel character in this film.
Who's playing a Marvel character now?
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah. He was.
To play the Marvel comic
Yeah, he was meant to play Deadpool. Yes.
Even sometimes, a films a superhero films will get nominated for the Academy Awards, but even there's few actors who play that got nominated and win for the Oscar, like Al Pacino and Dick Tracy and Paul Newman in Road to Perdition and William Hurt in A History of Violence, but then what's his name? Heath Ledger won posthumously in The Dark Knight, and Joaquin Phoenix won Best Actor in Joker.
Yeah, and they're coming out with a Joker 2 movie in October.
I saw the early preview of
the
Joker about 2.
What did you think? Yeah, what did you think of the preview for that?
Well, hopefully it's more scarier than the first one. But this is they say it's gonna be a musical world about
partly a musical, yeah.
World.
And they're having Lady Gaga as
for Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Harley Quinn, yeah.
But this one, this version about is different origin for Harley Quinn than the other previous incarnation, because the Harley Quinn already plays now this version of Harley Quinn plays some kind of patience in the time where Joker involves in.
Yeah.
After the film's success, Chris Pratt, Chris Evans, and Robert Downey Jr. had congratulated Ryan Reynolds over Twitter. Evans and Downey, in particular, even went as far as to jokingly fight over Reynolds' team affiliation for their film, Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War. Oh, Captain America: Civil War was really, really well done. Yeah. That and a Winter Soldier.
Yeah, even that's what happened to my parents, because now they're against the superhero because since they watched the Civil War, they don't like about superheroes fighting each other.
Well, yeah, I get that. Yeah, I understand that.
That's it's very hard to it's very too hurtful.
Right, it can be, yes. Now we're officially, just to let you know, for runtime so far, we're officially 30 minutes in. We're officially a little over the 30-minute point. So, what else do you think the audience should know about Deadpool 2016?
Even I like about that when Deadpool heads got stabbed, about to rescue Vanessa. It also has changed the song of Chicago about you're my only love about.
Okay, yeah, I do. Yeah, I like the music choices in these Deadpool movies, the first and the second one. I like the different musical choices they had. That's a good point right there. And how would you grade the first Deadpool 2016? How would you rate it?
Like A minus.
Yeah, yeah, I would. Yeah, that's. You give it an A minus, and I'll give it like a B plus. Okay.
The castle that is used for Xavier School in this movie is also used in Smallville.
Okay, Smallville, yeah.
Descendants, Arrow, and Big Time Movie.
Oh, well, speaking of Superman, they recently released the costume of the new Superman, and a lot of people didn't like how the new costume looked.
It's like wearing pajamas.
Yeah, like a pajamas, they said. Yeah. Yeah.
That's looking good about that. Mm. Even I watched another Ryan Reynolds movie before Deadpool. That he also stars in voice acting. Like he voice acting in the DreamWorks animation, called One Turbo. The other is The Croods. Yeah,
all kinds of stuff with those voice things. Yeah, he always has some sort of project, voice or live action for all kinds of stuff. He stays in work. That's great. That's good. Let's see. Any final thoughts or opinions about Deadpool 2016?
Even because I hope the kids be careful not to say about so many violent thing about the fall does your own stunts.
Now wait, I'm sorry. What were you saying about the stunts?
About some of the stunts about he performed his own stunts about jumping over go through the cars, jump through the minivan and the.
Are you saying Ryan Reynolds actually did some of his own stunts?
Yeah.
Okay, that would be interesting if that's the case.
About that. And also be careful about don't get involved something about if you do something something chop someone with the katanas.
Yes, those katana scenes for action. They're really, really well done with the katana action scenes as well. Yes, for sure.
And sometimes I like about this, mostly I like about most tender moment is about how you face about if you had something to risk about cancer, about it's something you had a big choice about risking about you losing someone, about even if you thought he was killed, about you want to tell us news about how much you worry about your face while you wear your mask.
He was worried about his face look when he was with his girlfriend. Yeah.
It's just like the movie Darkman.
Yeah, that's similar. Yeah, Darkman originally, like you said, played by Liam Neeson.
Yeah, because I wonder someday about if they could do another Spider-Man movie. Whether the Spider-Man it's mutated to much scarier the monster spider, like the movie The Fly.
Oh yeah, for The Fly. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Like something very David Cronenberg type.
You were talking about No Way Home a bit earlier, the third Tom Holland movie, which brought back Andrew Garfield. Some people want Andrew Garfield back in his own continued Spider-Man.
It ends about in the post-edit credit scene. You saw Tom Hardy is left behind one piece of the Venom.
Yeah, I saw that as part of one of the scenes. Yeah.
Because you don't know.
Well, they are. I think they're supposed to come out with. I don't know if it came out already or not, but they're supposed to come out soon with a third Venom movie.
Well, yeah, I heard about even about who'll be a player the next Venom besides Tom Hardy could be a part of it. You even heard there could be another Marvel films called Kraven the Hunter type.
Right, I heard about Kraven thing coming out. What they said is that when Sony comes out with these spider things, they're not too well, but they're better with the Marvel label instead of Sony.
Yeah, well, even Marvel had it all Sony, like the one they did the Ghost Rider thing.
Right, yeah, the Ghost Rider was that was Nicolas Cage, right?
Because that's the one about even that does so well about like
Yeah, he had his cameo in the Flash.
yeah he also voice acted in other Marvel films in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse as the voice of Spider Noir.
Okay, okay.
He's the voice of one Spider-Man, but he's like make it look like he's voiced like Humphrey Bogart, and that like Spider-Man was in the film noir, you know, the 1940s, like
Okay.
black and white, wears a tuxedo and the hat.
Okay.
And yeah, but even also about also like well, also what I think about I like about something about the always make sure to microwave the burrito and microwave the burrito for overburnt so distract the landlady.
Wait, what happened with the burrito?
Remember she put something like in the churros in the microwave.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'd have to re-see that part. Okay.
Tim Miller felt that while it was okay for audience members to not understand all the jokes in the film, he wished to avoid things specifically targeted to comic fans. Any joke that an audience needs to look up on the internet after watching a movie is not something I'm in favor of. Because that way I like to know about check to make sure all the here's the parts. Check to make sure all the Easter eggs with the Deadpool quoted from.
Right. Now that's the director. He originally wanted to come back for Deadpool 2, but he had different conflicts of interest with Ryan Reynolds. So Ryan Reynolds took him out, and he had a different director for Deadpool 2. And then the original director that didn't come back for Deadpool 2 would do Terminator Dark Fate, which was also, in my opinion, terrible for the Terminator movies. I won't go into why, but...
You know who directed the third Deadpool movie for the...
The third Deadpool movie is supposed to be the same guy as the Free Guy, right?
Free Guy, and also directed Netflix that was also Ryan Reynolds at The Adam Project.
Right, that one as well. So Deadpool 3,
and
Deadpool...
Also the Sean Levy, executive producer, the popular series on Netflix called Stranger Things.
Right, that also. Right, so Ryan Reynolds and that Adam Guy director, they're doing Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine, supposedly rated R, and hopefully Deadpool 3 is a well done movie. We'll find out about that soon enough. But like I said, the thing.
And I heard Marvel's going to do another attempt to make another Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah. You were telling me about the Fantastic Four stuff as well. Yeah, that's why the Office guy had that scene in Multiverse with that. That was interesting. We'll see what.
Fantastic Four will be played by Pedro Pascal and
right.
And Sue Storm played by Vanessa Kirby.
Right. Well, listen, like I said, I'm not a big Marvel person, but I did like those Deadpool movies, which is why we are doing the Deadpool now. Because even though I don't like most Marvel movies, I do like the Deadpool character and the way that Ryan Reynolds portrays him. Any closing remarks about Deadpool 2016?
Any closing remarks
about
2016 about just like about the. Make sure, be careful, don't bring too much 80s culture side.
Oh, you mean like all the the 80s references? Yeah. Yeah, that was nice.
Just think about something about I like to be back about want to be growing up in the 90s and stuff.
Well, that's why because you mentioned how they were bringing back X-Men with the X-Men 97. What do you think about this whole X-Men 97 thing, real quick?
I didn't see it, but even sometimes if we bring back the same voice actor, but it's like it's traditional animated, but I didn't see it in the much.
I didn't see it either. I just heard about it. Yeah.
Because even I wish they'd bring back the Spider-Man the animated series where it's left off.
Okay.
The series canceled about that leaves a cliffhanger about unnoticed what's going to happen. That way, we want to revive where how it happens, where it left off.
Right, exactly. Where something leaves off, yeah. Well, if anybody enjoyed our conversation discussion about X-Men 2016, in the next podcast movie discussion, we'll be talking about its first sequel that came out in 2018, Deadpool 2. So look out for that one coming up next with us.
Here's
sure.
One. Like co-star Ryan Reynolds, Marina Baccarin has played both DC and Marvel Comics characters. Before portraying Vanessa Carlisle, She voiced the character of Talia al Ghul in the DC Universe animated original movie,
Nice.
Son of Batman, a role she reprises in Batman Bad Blood. Backward also played Dr. Leslie Tompkins, the love interest of Jim Gordon in Fox's Gotham,
yeah.
and was the voice of the artificial intelligence Gideon on the CW's The Flash. Also was the voice of Black Canary on Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah, she's in a whole lot of stuff, and she's very easy on the eyes.
It looks like we have the recent actor who could do a crossover about anything at the DC or Marvel projects.
Who could be in both? Who are you talking about?
Never mind. I'm scratch that. I'm at the one actor who did a crossover for the science fiction project that become popular. The Christopher Lloyd made a guest appearance in the Star Wars The Mandalorian, and he stars in the Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. Who
did he play in the Mandalorian?
He plays one of the scientists, a technician, who once works for the Confederacy for the droids experts.
Oh, okay. So that's interesting about him as an actor now. All right, great. Well, I think
Christopher Lloyd, Christopher will now to be a special guest star in the upcoming season 2 of Wednesday. Yeah, spin-off.
I never watched that show. Was that a good show?
It's a very good show, and it has produced by Tim Burton.
Oh, well, the only thing I can tell you real quick about Tim Burton is look out later this year for the official 36 years later with Beetlejuice 2 coming out.
The Beetlejuice 2 has Jenna Ortega.
Yes, her. Who was in Wednesday, right?
Jenna Ortega's best known plays Wednesday.
And she was in the Wednesday show, yeah. So guys, God willing, later this year, Avi and I will be discussing sometime later this year, hopefully after you can watch these movies, we'll be discussing our discussion together about Beetlejuice too.
Oh yeah, here's another thing I forgot to ask.
Sure.
In the final climax scene, the crashed aircraft carrier looks like a helicarrier from the Avengers movies. However, since the X-Men franchise is owned by Fox, the Avengers franchise is owned by Marvel and Disney, director Tim Miller designed it to look as much like the Avengers carriers as he could without crossing the line and risking a lawsuit by Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
Marvel and Fox had a long-standing battle over that could and couldn't be used in each other films at a time. But now now
that they're the same, yeah, that was the conflict at the time. Great, awesome. So I hope everyone liked our this 40-some minute conversation about Deadpool 1, and we can't wait to talk to you now soon with Deadpool 2 for 2018 coming up. So I want to thank Avi again for coming on today to talk about this. I know we haven't done one in a while.
Yeah, well, since we have a holiday break.
Yeah, the Passover and everything.
Yeah, and also one more thing. As Colossus dragging handcuffed Deadpool says, "Dead or alive, you're coming with me." A reference to RoboCop being as Colossus as a metal form.
The RoboCop type of thing. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Cool. All right. Oh, and Michael Keaton was in the RoboCop reboot in the 2014.
Yeah, the remake.
Yes, I can't wait to see what he does coming back finally as Beetlejuice later this year. Beetlejuice 2. All right, great. We're already 43 minutes in, so that's all we have to say about Deadpool 1 for now, and we can't wait to talk to you soon next with Deadpool 2. So thanks for listening to Avi. He had a lot of interesting thoughts and opinions about this, and I can't wait to talk to him more in some upcoming movie discussion podcasts.
Okay. Well, thank you. Have a good night.
You have a good night, too. Talk to you soon.
See you around.
See you around. All right, everybody. Support your local movie theater throughout the decade of the 2030s on a big silver screen with a community like of strangers. It's an incredible and spectacular and terrific experience. Why? Because streaming movies online at home is just not the same thing at all. Everybody dance and have a good time. One more time. Everybody dance and have a good time. This has been friend and co-host Avi and Millennial Man Motions Entertainment, LLC, signing out till Deadpool 2 2018.